Now we got IBM. Wow, IBM is bullish. You can see these two big bull legs here. Great bullish price action. This is number 6, apparently on Forbes' list of top AI companies to invest in for 2023. Can see it's getting close to a main area. It's actually at one already, but then the really significant one is a little bit higher, right above 150 bucks. So it's almost like the all-time high. Let's see if we can go back. So it's not the all-time high, but I mean it hasn't been higher than 150 bucks since January of 2018. So it's been a long time. So we're pushing real highs here. I don't know, based on this weekly and this area here, last time I was in this area we had a big bear candle out of it, and then this weekly here closing a bit of a doji candle, kind of the market's indecisive what it wants to do. So this becomes tougher for me. I look at I'm breaking this down. There's nothing that's really that clear to me. This 4-hour closed, super bearish engulfing, and it is at this previous zone. So I mean, granted, IBM could be bullish long term. I mean, maybe it'll break this zone and keep going higher, but I mean, I would need it to come down significantly to a zone. It gapped here and then hasn't filled this gap, and usually price does. So same with right here too. So I do think this is going to come down a little bit first. There's not really any clear levels that I can see. Maybe somebody else can, but I mean, you can see there's one here on the weekly. Price came down, rejected, 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 big candle. Now rejected again, rejected, and then finally broke through. So might come down to like 138. And then that's probably where I would be comfortable buying. I wouldn't buy it now. It's too close to this zone. If you look at it on the monthly, I mean, last month was very, very bullish. So like there is a good chance that it's going to push through, I guess. But I would still wait because I just don't see. I need an area of resistance. I need something. I need it to at least come down to here and reject, or 142 area, or here. I need it to reject somewhere first. So theoretically, now we don't have to take this trade by any means, but we will mark it out and just see. So IBM apparently moves. This is telling me about 12 bucks a month. Last month it moved 13. Month before was 11. Month before that it was 9.5. So yeah, I would say 10 bucks is definitely fair. So I would place my low here. Monthly low, and then about 142. So my low for the month for IBM will be 142 bucks, and then I'm looking to take a position to 152, which is a $10 range for the month, and target the high. So a bunch has to happen first with this. This will be on a monthly aspect we're looking at, because that's how much it usually moves about $10 in a month. So that's what we're going to shoot for, is a monthly move. And then we need price to come down here or somewhere and show me some support, because this candle is way too bearish here. I guess it did here as well and then came out. So it's just a little bit iffy for me, but I would look at a buy position here at this zone. Bank on the fact that it's going to break this zone here and go to one of the higher ones that we marked out before. So not only is it going to break this zone, but it's going to break this area as well. So you're banking on a lot here. You're basically going against the grain. You got two major resistance zones previously here, and you're attempting to push it to prices it hasn't been to in 5 years. So that's kind of not in our favor. So I don't know if I would actually take this trade by any means, but I would, I would break it down and I would consider it. Maybe there's definitely better companies, better things to trade, to be honest, but hey, we'll go with it. I mean, Forbes says this is, the number 6 company to invest in for AI. So I mean, maybe I don't know anything. Maybe they're right. So I would wait for price to come down to about 142 bucks, come down to this area, this last previous area that it resisted well. You can see that it gapped and then held here, held here, held here. So 142 is the only price I'd actually be comfortable with. And then I would target the 152 area, just being that that is the $10 range for the month. And I'm not going to take a trade where I don't have a good risk to reward. So I don't need 10. I mean, right now I have it marked up as 10, 10R. So, basically risk a buck to make 10, which, I mean, I do like that R ratio. It's definitely not against that. But we'd have to see what price does once it comes down to this area. I don't want to buy it before then. There's just too many major zones here that are conflicting. And, price is history is just not in our favor. Anytime price is in these areas, it gets rejected. So, it hasn't been higher than 152 since 2018. So, I just don't know. I don't know if I would take that. So, but we'll see. We'll let price come down to 142 and then decide there. That's kind of my trade breakdown for the month for IBM, the allegedly number sixth company to invest in regarding AI for 2023. So